Okay, today we are starting with the practical paper one, topic phylum Arthropoda. Talking about Arthropoda animals, these animals are bilaterally symmetrical. I hope you all know what it means bilaterally symmetrical. Any animal, if you cut it or you take a central axis, it will be similar on both the side of that central axis. Those animals are called as bilaterally symmetrical. Then what is metamerically segmented animal? If you had studied in your last practical about Annelida, you would have known about the segmentation, true segmentation in the animal. And in this, the animal organs are divided according to these segments, and these animals are called as metamerically segmented. Okay, and arthropodian animals, not only they are bilateral, not only they are metamerically segmented, but also they are coelomate metazoans. What is coelomate metazoans? To know that, let's have a quick revision on the body plan of the animals. The body plan, it is of three types: diploblastic, in which there are basically two layers, endoderm and a ectoderm. The second type is triploblastic, where there are three layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. And as you go towards the level of complexity, there is a third layer which is called as triploblastic coelomate. The initial triploblastic was an acoelomatic form, which is seen in platyhelminthes, nemohelminthes animals. In case of triploblastic coelomate, they will have a coelom, a true cavity is present in these animals. As well as these animals are made up of the skin, or the body of the animal is made up of three main layers: the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm. And in between lies the coelom. Okay, that is the cavity present inside this body animal. The phylum Arthropoda has undergone an adaptive radiation for aerial, aquatic, and terrestrial uh, situations, or the habitat, and these animals can survive in all these particular habitat location. Arthropoda, further talking about them, these animals, the head is very well developed with sense organs and have pair jointed appendages. Okay, if you see these animals and see the leg portion of the animal, if you see, there are small segments, छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में उसे से जोड़ा गया है. So that is why it is called as the animal having jointed appendages, and that is the meaning of arthropoda, the animal with jointed appendages. The skeleton of these animals are made up of chitin and impregnated with calcium salts. So if you see the skeleton of these animals, okay, they are very hard enough, and they are mainly in many animals made up of calcium. The growth is accompanied by the process called as ecdysis. Now, each animal is going to grow from a very small stage, just being hatching out from the egg to growing into an adult. The growth phase in arthropod can be recorded by means of a process called as ecdysis. Ecdysis is where the animal is going to throw off its older skeleton and come out from it, and then slowly and steadily it will develop the harder exoskeleton later as in the period. If you see, you can see these insect here, it is trying to come out from the older cover of its body, and the body is very fragile at the time when the ecdysis takes place. This is one of the characteristic feature of the arthropodian animals. They have open circulatory system. Okay, if you see over here in this picture, you will understand open circulatory. अभी human beings में क्या होता है? Closed circulatory. That is, heart से blood जाता है arteries को, arteries से capillaries, capillaries से cell में enter करता है, cell से veins, veins से directly it goes back to your heart. So it is a closed circulatory system. But in open circulatory system, if you see here, this is the heart of an arthropod animal. And in the chambers lying on the abdomen area, if you see, there are small openings. These openings are called as ostium. तो जो ब्लड होता है वो जब हार्ट पंप करता है, इट गोज इनटू अ कैविटी. ये जो बॉडी कैविटी है वो ब्लड उसमें फ्लो करता है. दिस कैविटी इज कॉल्ड एज हेमोकॉइड. Okay, the blood will flow everywhere and then it goes back into the heart by means of these osteums. And these osteums have a particular kind of skin, or you can say valves are present जो air को blood को अंदर push करता है heart के अंदर, which will help the blood to be pushed inside the heart. So this is what is open circulatory system. The digestive tract, nervous system is also very well developed and complete in case of arthropod animals. Arthropods are the most successful animal in the animal kingdom with largest number of classes and groups in the species. If you see, there are many groups in this particular species. Talking about which are the animals which we are going to study today, basically we will be learning about three subphylums, that is phylum Chelecerata, subphylum Crustacea, subphylum Euryarchaea. The classes under these are, under Chelecerata we have Arachnidae, Merostomata, Phycogonidia. Under Crustacea we are going to study about Malacostraca, Maxillipoda. In Euryarchaea we are going to study three classes, that is Chilopoda, Diplopoda and Insecta. And these are the following examples of the animal belonging to these classes. So let's start with subphylum Chelecerata. What does Chelecerata means? Chela means claw. Okay, there is a claw present in these animals. So how is it present? Where it is present? Let's see. Talking about these animals, their body is divided into two parts or two tagmatas, we can say. The first one is cephalothorax or prosoma. We can call them as cephalothorax also, and we can call them as prosoma. Now, why cephalothorax? Because their head and their thoracic portion are attached or joined together in forming one. That is why it is called as cephalothorax. And the posterior section is called as opistosoma. So the initial part prosoma and the posterior part opistosoma. Cephalothorax is sensory, feeding and locomotory in function, whereas opistosoma contains other organs required for the animal. Their head bears eyes and antennae are absent in these animals belonging to subphylum Chelecerata. These animals, their pair appendages attached to strosoma. Okay, Chelicera are first pair which are chelate and used for feeding. In this picture, you can see this is the first pair of appendage and this is called as Chelicera. It is used to feed. It will help catching the animal and it is sharp enough and it can even behaves like a claw. Okay, it will help in feeding for the animal. The next pair of appendage present is this one. This is called as pedipalp. It is sensory in function and it also helps in feeding for the animal. Other than that, it will help in locomotion and in reproduction. Following these paired legs, there are the walking legs present. If you see these legs here behind, these are called as walking legs. Now, the class under this subphylum is, the first one which we are going to study is Arachnidae. Body of these animals are divided into two parts, as we already know, cephalothorax and opistosoma. I hope everybody is able to see this slide and hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Continuing forward, cephalothorax bears sessile, simple eyes, two pair of jointed appendages, the chelicera, pedipalp, and four pairs of walking legs. Okay, so you can see here in this picture, the below there, these are the four pair of walking legs present in these animals. Respiration in these animals is by book lungs. Before telling you what book lungs is, let's have a look on these animals. Now, when we talk about these animals, these small arthropod animals, their body, how do they respire? They do not have lungs, neither do they have gills, but they have something that is called as book lungs. Now, these animals have small openings present in their body. Okay, these openings are called as spiracle. You can see here small hole which has been shown by this arrow over here. Similarly, the such spiracles are present in the abdominal portion or the opistoma portion of the body of these animals. And how does it looks internally is this. These are the openings. Okay, from the opening the air will gush out into the spiracle, and from spiracle into the lungs. And these lungs or these small feather like structures or finger like projections are very well supplied by blood. Okay, so these are called as the lamellae. Okay, these lamellae from form the book lungs of the animal belonging to class Arachnidae. The animal which example which we are going to study in this is Hottentotta, which is also called as a scorpion. It is an Indian scorpion. The prosoma is with dorsal carapace bearing a pair of median and 3 to 5 pairs of lateral eyes. So if you see the prosoma portion, so this is the prosoma portion of the animal. At the dorsal part you can see this is the carapace. Carapace बहुत hard skeleton होता है. Okay, it is present here, and this carapace is going to bear a median eye. Can everyone see this? This is the median eye. These median eye are supported with help of these 3 to 5 pairs of lateral eyes. If you see on both the sides, the dotted structure you can see here, these are the lateral eyes. With this, it bears 6 pairs of appendages are present on the ventral side. Over here, if you see, they have 6 pairs of appendages, namely a pair of chelicera, a pair of pedipalpi, and 4 pairs of walking legs. Moving further on the characters, the mesosoma is 7 segmented. Now, when we are talking about the various parts of the body, let's quickly revise जो मैंने starting में कहा था. This portion is called, the head portion is called as prosoma, and the rest of the body is called as opistosoma. Opistosoma is divided into 2 parts. Okay, opistosoma is divided into 2 parts, mesosoma and metazoma. अब जो mesosoma है, it has 7 segments. Okay, the body is divided into 7 segments bearing genital operculum. Okay, here they have the genital operculum or genital opening is present here. It bears a pair of pectinase. I hope you can see this. This is the pectinase. There is 1 pair of pectinase is present and 4 pairs of stigmatic aperture, or you can see spiracles. जो opening होता है book lung का, you can see here this small opening like structures here. So there are such 4 pairs of spiracles present laterally. Metazoma, talking about metazoma, it is made up of 5 segments. Okay, you can calculate. There are 5 segments, and the last segment consists of a sting apparatus. The poison from this sting is used to cause local pain or fever. Okay, when we talk with respect to animal, human beings, it can cause pain and can cause fever, whereas in case of normal animals, because it is carnivorous in nature, these animals can be paralyzed, and later on it will eat those animals once they are being paralyzed. Talking about the sex in these animals, they are sexually dimorphic in nature. You can identify the difference between the two with help of their morphological structure. These animals are viviparous in nature. That is, the female will give birth to the young ones. And when these young ones are very small enough, उनका endoskeleton अच्छे से develop नहीं होता है, they remain with their mother, and the mother normally carries them on their back. उसका जो dorsal portion होता है, उस पे वो सारे young ones को carry करते हैं जब तक they don't grow up. And once they have grown, when they are उनका first molting हो, उसके बाद they will leave their mother and they will survive on their own. Moving to the next class is Merostomata. It is an aquatic habitat animal. The chelicera, pedipalps, and the 3 pairs of walking legs are chilated and are used for walking. Last pair is used for locomotion and digging in these animals. Antenna is absent. Telson are present at the end of the abdomen. Okay, telson is the tail portion. Book gills are present as a respiratory organ in the area opistosoma. Even in last animal, it was present in the opistosoma. The example which you are going to study is horseshoe crab. It is commonly called as king crab. Body is divisible into anterior prostoma and posterior opistosoma, terminating into a long spine like telson. Prosoma is covered with horseshoe, a horse. जो horse का जो आप अगर नीचे देखोगे, there is a small, what we say, metal, cap given to the horse like a shoe. So of a similar shape, you can see this carapace present in this animal, bearing a simple pair of eyes, or you can say as the median eye. This is the median eye, and then they have these pair of lateral eyes present in these animals. The prosoma bears 6 pairs of appendages, a pair of chelicerae and a pair of pedipalp, and 4 pairs of forking legs. So here they have chelicerae and pedipalps, and then they have 4 pairs of forking legs around the mouth portion. It is present in the mouth portion. Opistosoma is differentiated into mesosoma and metasoma. So this is mesosoma and this is metasoma. Each lateral side of mesosoma bears 6 immovable spines. Okay, these are the spines present here. These are immovable spines which is present in the mesosoma area. Talking about the metasoma area, it is unsegmented. जैसे कि अगर आपने इंटरनली मीजोसोमा का देखा रहेगा या सिफेलोथोरैक्स एरिया को देखा रहेगा, इट वाज सेगमेंटेड. बट यहाँ पे मेटाजोमा जो एरिया है, इट इज नॉट सेगमेंटेड, रेदर इट इज लॉन्ग टेल्सन और टेल लाइक पोर्शन प्रेजेंट. A king crab is known as a living fossil because it is the only living member of the class Merostomata, belonging to the category Merostomata. The next class is Phycogonadia, which means closely packed gonads are present in these animals. They have reduced abdomen. The size of the abdomen is very reduced. There is no special respiratory or excretory structures present in these animals. 4 to 6 pairs of walking legs can be seen. These animals are sexually dimorphic. Gonads are U-shaped, and branches of the gonads extend into each leg. As now, when we are talking about these gonads and their abdomen is smaller in size, as we go to the example, we will understand how the body is reduced and why the gonads are U-shaped and how the branches are going into the legs, how they are extending into the legs. As the female releases eggs, the males fertilize them, and the fertilized eggs are cemented into the spherical mass and attached to the pair of elongated appendage of the male called ovigerous, where the brood stays there until they are being hatched out. Ovigerous are one of the initial appendages, okay, the starting appendages which is present, where a sac-like portion is there and the eggs will be stored in those till they hatch out. So the first example which you are going to study here is the sea spider. These are exclusively marine animal, distally related to any terrestrial spider. The species spider typically has 4 long legs arising from the lateral protuberance along the sides of a small narrow trunk. If you see this trunk is so small and so narrow, so you can imagine why we were saying that their abdomens are reduced. The paired chelicerae and the palps, this is the chelicerae and these are the palps, are bordered by the proboscis. Proboscis is a type of mouth apparatus. Hemocoel is present in these animals. I hope you remember in initial I've told you what is hemocoel. So hemocoel is present in these animals. The adult heart is tubular. Okay, it will be running from here, from anterior to posterior. It is tubular. Excretory osmoregulatory or any respiratory organ is absent in these animals. Sexes are separate with external fertilization. So if you see this picture, this diagrammatic picture of the sea spider, nymphon, you can see the chelicera, you can see the pedipalps. Okay, and this, the first pair of the leg over here in the spider is the ovigerous legs, which are present in the male animal, male spider. This is the abdomen, and this here and here okay. Subphylum Crustacea, which means a hard-shelled animal. These are aquatic, free-living, and sometimes parasitic formed animal. Their head is often fused with thorax, and that is why they are called as cephalothorax. And it covers the dorsal part of the animal by help of a carapace on it. Their body bears a pair of compound eyes and 5 pairs of appendages, that is the legs. Thorax and the abdomen bear biramous appendage. Biramous appendage यानी कि ऐसे bifurcate होते हैं उनके legs. Okay, it is not single, it is bifurcated one. Respiration takes place by means of gills. Excretory organ are maxillary glands or the green glands, what we call them as. Sexually dimorphic in nature. Development includes metamorphosis with free larval stage. So in these animals also, they undergo metamorphosis. That is a change in the shape of the animal. It will leave its old skeleton and form a new exoskeleton in the body. In this, the class that we are going to study is Malacostrea. Malaco means soft and Austrian means shell. They have a soft shelled body. They are both marine and freshwater in habitat. It can be found in both the locations. The thorax comprises of 8 segments, while the abdomen comprises of 6 to 7 segments. Exoskeleton जो होता है of the head is united with the thorax, and that is why we call it as cephalothorax. They have compound eyes which are stalked. What do you mean by stalked? In this picture, I hope you can see कैसे उनके eyes को ऐसे एक छोटा सा stamp दिया गया है, or you can call it as a stalk is present in these eyes. So this kind of eye type or eye feature is seen in these animals belonging to class Malacostrea. Abdomen is devoid of caudal stylus. What is caudal stylus? अगर आपने cockroaches देखा है, okay, at the end they have these projections, these anal stylus or serexes, which we say. So this is completely absent in the animal of class Malacostrea. Development of these animals starts from the zoolarval stage. So what is zoolarval stage? This is the zoolarva. Okay. अभी जो वाटर एनिमल्स होते हैं उनके अलग अलग लार्वल स्टेजेस होते हैं. इन मेनी ऑफ दीज एनिमल्स दे हैव सेम टाइप ऑफ लार्वल स्टेजेस. स्टार्ट एक सेम से होता है. नॉर्मली द स्टार्टिंग स्टेज इज द नॉप्लियस स्टेज, बट इन दीज एनिमल्स द नॉप्लियस इज एब्सेंट. इट डायरेक्टली स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द zoolarval stage. The example which we will study is lobster. I hope आपने से कई लोगों ने lobster को देखा रहेगा, or some may be eating it also. So lobster are marine carnivorous scavengers. They walk on the substratum using their thoracic leg. So इस animals में legs कहाँ present है? In the thoracic region. The first pair of thoracic leg, if you see the first pair of these legs, they are modified as claw, or they will be having spine. एकदम sharp रहेंगे spine की तरह, for offensive purpose, that is to kill its prey animal. अपने लिए जब फूड ढूंढना होता है, उसे मारना है, तो वो लोग उस क्लॉ या स्पाइन को यूज करेंगे. एज वेल एज दे ऑल्सो यूज इट इन केस ऑफ डिफेंसिव पर्पस. Abdominal appendages are used, जो बाकी के appendages है, they are used for walking, for copulation, as well as for egg bearing purpose. Its larval stage is called as phylosoma. This is the larva of the animal. In the water body you can see these larvae. These are called as phylosoma. The next class which we are going to study is Maxillopoda. They have 5 cephalic, 6 thoracic and 4 abdominal somites. plus a telson is present in these animals. Thoracic segments variously fuse with the head and form a cephalothorax. Abdominal segments lack typical appendages. Abdomen often are reduced in these animals. And now the example here we are studying is cyclops or a copepod. Copepod are small animals which are found in the water body. These are free swimming animals having an elongated or pear shaped body. If you see in this structure, लंबा सा है and एक pear shape है इसका. If you see, it has 5 thoracic appendages, okay, in the initial part, and the first thoracic appendage is segmented, fused with the head, forming a cephalothorax, which is covered dorsally. On the dorsal area, it has a carapace present. It has single median eye, or which is also called as ocellus, is present on the dorsal surface of the carapace. There are 4 abdominal segments. Okay, there are 4. You can see these segments here. I hope these segments are visible to you. These are the abdominal segments devoid of any appendage. You cannot see. अब तक हमने सारे एनिमल्स में क्या देखा है, उनके abdominal एरिया में हमेशा appendage रहता है. ओके, ओपिस्टोजोमा जो पार्ट हम बोलते थे, it is basically present there, but in this it is completely absent. Antennas are short. Okay, there will be small short antennas, and they are uniramous. That is, they are not divided. While the antenule, if you see this one, the antenule is large in size. Sexes are distinct. You can understand them by presence of the egg sac or the ovisacs, which are seen in female. So if you see these ones, you can say them that these are the female cyclops, and if it is absent, you can say those are the male cyclops. Moving to the next subphylum, that is Unirenita. These animals are named so or categorized so on the basis of the uniramous appendage. That is, their legs have only one branch. Okay, not more than that. They will have only one branch. They are terrestrial in the adult stage. During the adult stage, they will turn into an terrestrial animal. They are characterized by a body consisting of 2 stegmata, or their body is divided into 2 parts, that is head and the trunk. The class which we are going to study under this subphylum is Chilopoda. Chilopoda means lip-like foot. Okay, जो legs होते हैं or the moving apparatus is lip-like. Body is oval in cross section, divisible into head and trunk. Many pairs of walking legs, 1 pair of legs per segment is present. Respiration is by the trachea with segmentally arranged spiracles. Poisonous claws are also present in these animals. So now let's study the animal under this class. The animal which we are going to study is centipedes. It is also called as, or it is scientifically called as Scolopendra. Scolopendra. The body is elongated, dark, greenish brown in color, and dorso-ventrally flattened. Its body is divisible into the head portion and the trunk portion with numerous segments. You can see it is segmented. The body is completely segmented. The head segment are closely fused and bear a pair of antennae and a pair of mandibles, 2 pairs of maxillae, 1 pair of ocelli or a simple eye are present on these animals. There are 22 trunk segments, all neatly alike, एक जैसे दिखते हैं ये, and each segment will bear a pair of appendage. Okay, there will be a pair of appendage on the both sides. Each segment, हर segment के लिए एक pair of appendage रहेगा. The first pair of legs are curved and clawed forwardly directed to form millipedes or the poisonous claw, with related to the poisonous gland which is present in the cephalothorax area. The paired oval spiracles lie on the pleural area above the leg base. Okay, the base of the leg, above that it is present. It is present on the 4th, 6th, 9, 11, 12, 15, 17, 19, and the 21st segment of the animal trunk. So this is how the centipedes look like. This is the poisonous claw which is present in it, and you can see her segment के पास एक pair of appendage present है, and these appendages are not bifurcated. They are just a single one, and again the appendage is also jointed. You can see small segments are there. They are all jointed. This is the head portion. Okay, here you can see the maxillopedes are present here and how it is turned into a claw-like structure. Okay, here you can see this one. The black one is the poisonous claw which is present in this animal. Class Diplopoda, which means their foot it is उनके जो legs है ये दो पार्ट में डिवाइड हो जाते हैं. अभी पहले वाले में कैसे था, सिंगल था. Now it will be divided into two pairs. Body is usually round and in cross section includes millipedes, or you can say 1000 leggers. They are also called as. So this is millipede. आप सबने देखा रहेगा इसे normally बाहर. Okay, the scientific name for this animal is Xenobolus. The bodies of these animals are cylindrical in shape. It can be subcylindrical. It is elongated and capable of being rolled up. अगर कोई आता है predator, ओके या फिर तुमसे टच करने की कोशिश करो, वो फटक से ऐसे स्पाइरल हो जाएगा, एकदम कॉइल अप हो जाएगा, अपने आप को ऐसे कॉइल कर लेगा, पूरा ऐसे अंदर तक कॉइल हो जाएगा. एंड जैसे ही उसको पता चलेगा थोड़ी देर तक कि कुछ डिस्टर्बेंसेस नहीं है, कोई आसपास नहीं है, देन स्लोली एंड स्टेडली इट विल ओपन अप एंड गेट स्ट्रेट एंड देन विल स्टार्ट मूविंग. The body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Okay, so the head, thorax and the abdomen. Head, thorax and the abdomen. You can see here also the abdomen area is very big. In maxillopedes, the poisonous claw are absent. As जैसे centipedes में poisonous claw थे, millipedes में it is absent. Millipedes possess repugnatory glands that produce hydrogen cyanide which repels other animals. So normally अगर किसी animal ऐसे खाया रहेगा and they come into contact with these hydrogen cyanide, next time they won't ever touch that animal because it can cause some infection or food infection or food poisoning in the animals or the predators who are going to try and eat it. These animals are herbivorous in nature, whether basically they are found near a vegetation, green vegetation is present. The gonopods are mid-ventrally situated on the third abdominal segment. Male transfers sperm to female millipedes with the gonopods. Immature acquire more legs and segments with each molt until they reach the adulthood. तो जैसे जैसे बड़े हो गए उनके number of segments बढ़ने लगेंगे. You can see here. Okay, this is here where the ocelli is present. Ocelli is the simple eye or the which is present on the cephalothorax or the head portion, and these are the antennae present in this animal. The last class which we are going to study today is Insecta. In numbers of species and individuals, talking about the number, they are very various number, huge number of species of these animals present. Insects are the most successful land animals, as to be said. Most of the insects have one pair of wings and all adults have 3 pair of wings. Insects were first animals to fly. Okay, birds later on they came up. So the first animal to fly was the insect. Mouth part of the insect are adapted for chewing, piercing and sucking. Sucking किसमें आपको देखने को मिलता है? मॉस्किटो में मिलता है. So they pierce. Pierce is tearing. They will just put their mouth part and it will just penetrate into the body of the host and then they will suck the blood of the animal. So ये basically आपको अगर तुम mosquitoes में देखने को मिलता है. Even butterflies, they have this piercing and sucking so that they can suck the nectar. Right, so chewing, piercing or sucking, and the gut tract is modified for pumping, storage and digestion, and even for water conservation. Most of these insects show stridulation behavior, that is rubbing the body part to produce a sound. The animal which we are going to study under this class is Atticus or moth. I think ma'am have already taught you this in your class, alright? So moths are basically the close ones to butterflies. They look very similar to butterflies. Their antennae are short and feather-like, and the body is stout compared to butterflies. They are nocturnal in nature, attracted towards the light during rainy season. So this is how a moth or Attacus looks like. It shows siphoning type of mouth part. If you see the mouth part, it is siphoning type of, having long coiled proboscis. The proboscis is coiled at the end. They undergo metamorphosis, and it is little complex in case of these insects. Moths are nocturnal with feathered and pointed antennae, while butterflies are diurnal. They can find it in both the times with straight and clubbed antennae. इसमें कैसे था, coiled था, feathered था, पर in case of butterflies it is straight and it is club shaped in the antenna. The largest known moth is Attalus, or also called as Atticus, with about 12-inch, and the smallest one is, the smallest moth that is known is called as pygmy moth, which is 1.2 millimeter in size. Now here you can see the picture of the Atticus. Okay, here you can see how the abdomen is stout as compared to the butterflies. And if you see their antennae, okay, they are very much feather like, unlike any other butterfly. So with this we are done for our today's practical.